Welcome back. Another beautiful Monday afternoon. Nice and hot, tropical, if you will, on the islands. Greetings, pirate captains. May our tall tales please you. SheriffDann, and we're back in the bowels of the fire giant stronghold. Deeper and deeper in. And joining me are my little cutie pie pirates. Hello, cutie pie pirates. All but Katie. Oh, Katie's down there somewhere.
I dropped an M&M. I'm trying to find it before my cat does.
It's the worst.
Oh, no.
I can't find it.
When last we left our heroes, as the battle raged within the fire giant stronghold, the party found themselves caught in a web of shifting alliances and unexpected betrayals. With the aid of their temporary gnoll companions, they clashed against the fire giants, their blades and spells tearing through the enemy ranks. However, when the party stumbled upon a room filled with innocent prisoners, the gnolls saw an opportunity for easy prey. Sensing the impending danger, Karu made a fateful decision to betray the gnolls, preventing them from reaching the prisoners. What ensued was a brutal confrontation with Killian's T-Rex form tearing apart the remaining giants before turning his attention to the frenzied gnoll force. And as the chaos unfolded, Killian's concentration waned and he reverted to his tiefling form, but with quick thinking, cast a banishment spell, expelling the last remaining gnoll enemy from the stronghold. Meanwhile, Captain Paulie, navigating the treacherous corridors and evading the relentless pursuit of the Hydra, managed to sneak back into the fire giant stronghold to reunite with his crew. His cunning and agility proved invaluable as he sought to regroup with his companions. Now, barricaded within the prison room alongside the rescued prisoners, the party faces a moment of respite amidst the turmoil. Avalon Chance, one of the prisoners, steps forward with an offer of assistance in exchange for a share of the treasure hidden within the Hydra-guarded treasure room. With tensions high and trust wavering, the party must weigh their options carefully as they prepare to embark on the next stage of their perilous journey. What dangers await them in the Hydra-guarded treasure room? Will they trust Avalon Chance's offer of assistance, or will they forge their own path forward? The pirate giant stronghold holds more than just physical threats. Outside the prison room, unseen foes lie in wait, gnolls thirsting for revenge, and the relentless Hydra lurking in the shadows. The party's respite is fleeting, for the stronghold holds secrets yet to be uncovered and adversaries yet to be vanquished. So we cut to our brave cutie pie pirates. As they sit around, you're sitting in this room full of prisoners, the exhalations of battle kind of bleeding out from you. After I think maybe like 10 minutes, Killian, with the banishment spell, you hear kind of the howl and cry and maybe some scratching at the door, that of a hyena man, before it goes blessedly silent. But if we go around the table and kind of let's check in and see how people are looking and kind of get a refresher on what everyone looks like and kind of what they're doing during this short rest and who they're talking to. Yama, let's start with you.
So Yama's still in his giant form, so he's still enlarged and currently at about 10 to 11 feet tall. So he's reclining at the giant's table, which fits him quite comfortably, I'd say. He is tattered, raked with claws. You can see a lot of blood heavily soaking his clothing and cloak, which was once resplendent and gold, but is now quite filthy and singed. He is pouring himself a tea from a cup, and I think he has he's pulled out all of his porcelain cups, and he's pouring as many as he can as the people and passing it out to the people in chains. A little bit of respite for them.
I guess interestingly, because you and all the gear that you have on you becomes giant. So your
Oh.
kettle is probably quite large right now, right? So
yeah.
it has a lot of volume.
Well, I guess then he can happily feed everyone, and he's probably like actually stoked about this, and he's mentally filing away that he needs to buy more of these potions if only he can provide more tea to more people.
Excellent. Killian, you've gone through many changes today, much like your prepubescent years. What is Killian doing during this short rest? And what do we see when we see the famed wizard tiefling extraordinaire?
Currently popping some Nurofen, splitting headache. No, he's just relieved that he's able to actually take this rest, considering it got quite grim there a few times the last couple hours. Not even hours. Over the last, hour that we've been here? It's gotten pretty grim. So he's just riding himself, kicking the mud off his boots, scraping them off on, I guess, the lower rung of the chair legs, because they are quite large chairs. Yeah. And looking at Paulie, being like, what happened to you? Where did you go?
Ooh, I found a lot of treasure. And our mate here reckons we can get the rest of it too.
Okay. Is it guarded?
Yeah. Yeah. It's guarded. I shouldn't have gone away by myself.
Okay. Well, I guess we're...
Does anyone know how to kill hydras?
Usually you just throw lots of magic at them or stab them a lot.
I can stab them a lot.
Yeah. We can try that and see what happens.
Great.
So how does Paulie look currently? Describe to us what we see when we see Paulie. He obviously came in at the end of this battle or after the battle had completed.
He looks like a Victorian chimney sweep, right now. He's just covered in soot. Most of his beautiful what a usually beautiful rainbow plumage of feathers is just covered in coal and soot, and he's not looking his best, and he has like a permanent surprised face, going on, just from all the coal he's got on him.
And what is Paulie doing during this sort of short rest?
He'll be unlocking all of the prisoners. Are there any kids?
No kids, but there's sort of what appears to be. There is sort of a small kobold that is sort of childlike, I suppose, but is probably...
But no actual kids. That's okay.
Yeah.
That's right. Those kids, I was going to show them tricks to calm them down.
Yeah, I think they are a little bit apprehensive when they first see you. Go to, move towards them and unlock their chains. They obviously haven't been treated very well. And in the state you're in, kind of covered in soot and looking, and in the presence of a giant red-skinned, armored-up man, hobgoblin man, perhaps they're a little bit worried at first. But
I'll just play into the chimney sweep and then go, all right, come on, shiny shoes.
Yeah. And so over time, the combination of that and plus, being handed sort of hot beverages, they sort of settle down a bit and get a little bit less afraid. I mean, they're still certainly worried because they are deep underneath a volcano, in a pirate stronghold. But they warm up to you.
Hell yeah.
Karu, didn't forget you. What's Karu looking like these days? Is he still monstrous?
No, he has shrunk back down to less scary Karu. He's also no longer got the bulging steroid vein thing happening because his hill strength potion has worn off. He's currently sitting cross-legged facing the door that we barricaded. He's just essentially keeping watch and maybe contemplating his actions a little bit because, he had a bit of a rocky time in that thing. But yeah, he's just keeping guard.
So our 4 super compatriots, the cutie pie pirates, do they spend any time sort of talking to each other apart from it look like, Killian and Paulie kind of discussed the treasure angle a little bit? An hour is a long time though, is it just sort of, 1,000-yard stares and doing your own kind of thing?
There was definitely a point in the battle where Karu maybe hit Yama. So I think Yama maybe just pays a little bit more attention to Karu, not in like a suspicious, but more like a "you good, bud? Here's some like soothing tea. This will put you at ease." I think Yama is maybe more worried that Karu is gonna be like distancing himself now from Yama, so he's like making sure he's engaging him in chats about, I don't know, whatever, inane stuff or whatever, but definitely chatting.
I think if like Yama comes over with like a cup of tea, like the first thing Karu says is like, "I'm sorry I tried to hit you twice. That happens sometimes apparently. Sorry."
Yeah, like I wouldn't worry about it, that's for sure. I can definitely take a hit.
You wouldn't worry about an ally just turning on you randomly? That's nice.
Well, I know that it's you, and it's happened before, and
Kara's like,
I think I'd rather you hit me than any of our squishy friends, so definitely fine. Definitely water under the bridge. Definitely something we can work on. Maybe we can try some hypnotherapy or something. I saw some guy try that once.
That sounds fun.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll give it a go.
Absolutely.
Maybe when we're back on the ship.
Yeah, maybe not now, because like, what if it like goes completely wrong and I'm like against you guys? Like, you'll all kill me. You'll all take me out, but like,
Yeah.
let's not add. Yeah.
Is it already a little bit tense in this small room?
Yeah,
and Yama's still like looming over you. It's like 10
with the
foot,
giant
like,
teapot, and it's just like
as he tries to like pour and not like drown you at the same time.
Yeah. Yeah, no, we might have some more gnolls to deal with. I know that made things hard, but they were going to go after the prisoners.
Oh, no, I totally would have done the same thing, especially if I was standing next to that gnoll while he had that bloodthirsty look on his face.
Yeah, I didn't communicate which big guy to go for, so I was like, no, go for the big guy. And he saw a big guy in the room with the prisoners and was like, this big guy. And I was like, shit.
Yeah.
So I kind of had to, whoops.
That's all right. I guess it's been a long time since we all worked as part of a team. We've all kind of been a bit lone wolfy in the past. That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. It'll be fine.
Yeah. Speaking of lone wolfy, hey Captain, where did you go? Because Kara didn't hear the conversation that you two had, that you and Killian had.
So much treasure.
Oh.
So much treasure. We need to go get back more. I got these little 5 coffers. Like, brings them back out. Actually, can I open them during this time period too?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, that's right. You just stashed them away, right?
Yeah.
Cool.
Can I check for trappies? And seeing as they were already trapped, I'll even go, "Hey, magic man, check the magic match. Magic.
The magic?
Yes, please.
Okay.
The stabby magic.
Do you want to give
I'll
me,
check
Killian, an investigation check, and Paulie, you can give me a perception check.
Beautiful.
I could probably do you one better and just cast Identify.
19.
Well, there are 5 coffers. Which one would you like to cast Identify on?
Yeah, no. What you wanted me to do, Arcana?
Investigation.
Investigation.
19. Go on.
Natural 1.
Okay. What do you tell Paulie?
I don't know shit all, bud. It's been a long day.
If the magic man doesn't see magic, there's no magic.
Well, I mean, well, feeling pretty distracted right about now. So maybe just hold off and we'll check it out again later.
Gonna start opening them.
I can check for magic and see if I can feel any magic from them.
I'm gonna start opening them.
I'm gonna say Karu sniffs. I'm not gonna do a roll, but Karu sniffs in an effort to help. Like, doesn't smell like magic. Go for it.
How's my 19 for trappy checking?
All right, so we're doing this on the first coffer. You're having a look at it.
Yep.
It is unlocked.
What's inside of it?
Open it up. Inside are 30 gold rings.
30.
30. They look like they're worth about 50 gold each.
Sonic would be so happy.
Oh my god.
Sorry.
I'm gonna put so many rings on.
Yeah, I'm like Karu is also just like burger rings. Are we like burger rings? We just like.
So
and
do
the
you
tentacles too.
do you scoop some of the rings out and start putting them on?
Absolutely. Like I was there next to him sniffing it. I was like, oh shit, yeah, shiny.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, which one of you reaches in?
Me.
Ooh.
I think it's a dex off, surely.
Oh yeah, actually, like out of the two of us, who's quicker?
No,
Yeah.
Paulie, and to be honest, Paulie has no problem with actually sharing treasure, so he would have absolutely gone and let you go in for it.
That's a
So-
new development.
That's so
No,
kind.
think about it. I've
No.
already stolen it. You know what I mean?
No,
And I share all
yours.
the treasure.
It's yours.
I'm only messing
just
with
putting
you.
it. Yeah.
I share
just-
all treasure. Okay.
So I put my hand in it.
Okay. You take 1 piercing damage.
Yeah.
And you realize that a small needle, like that was kind of like spring-loaded, has kind of jabbed you in whatever extremity you've just put in there.
My tentacle.
And I need you to make a DC 19 Constitution saving throw, please.
Oh my god. We checked with trap. Oh wait, this is magic.
No,
Tie.
didn't get good enough.
Okay.
19 wasn't good enough.
I got 20.
Oh, that's good.
You don't die.
You take 21 points of poison damage.
Holy shit.
Wow. I will take that damage, I guess.
Good thing this is during your short rest.
I haven't used any hit die either. Like, wait, I've already done it.
Ready to move on to the second coffer?
Let's go.
I was like, don't put your hand in it. Just a thought. And like pulls out like the tentacle that maybe like is,
Right.
oh god, I can't believe I'm doing this. The throbbing a bit because it just got stabbed and poisoned. Yeah, sorry.
For visuals as well, it is a purple worm poison, so I would assume that it's quite veiny and the veins are purple on the tentacle now. For everyone at home.
They're doing that heartbeat pulse. Yeah, cool.
I've seen this toy. I've seen this toy before.
It didn't take long.
All right,
though.
next one. Should I do another Percepcione check?
Yep, this one does appear to be locked.
Okay. Thieves' tools first, then. No, I'll do perception check first. Sorry,
Sure.
of course. 18.
Mm-hmm.
Can't roll lower than that.
Very good. Yeah, well, give me a Thieves' Tools check to see if you're able to open it in this short rest. If not, you'll have to wait until...
23.
Yeah, I think with the 23, you're able to open it up. Inside is sort of a layer of 500 copper coins.
All right, split up between the four of us.
As you go and start splitting, as you put your hand in and grab the coins to start splitting them out between everyone...
I'd have dumped them on the fucking floor.
Okay.
Just like upended the fucker.
Sure.
I'm not sticking my hand in there.
Well, what comes out is a layer of 500 copper coins, and beneath that is 200 platinum.
Oh,
Boom. That's huge. Oh, well, 125
That is
copper
huge.
coins each.
nice.
Avalon Chance is kind of looking over your shoulder going, I don't suppose our deal is retroactive.
Nope.
Look, that's fair. I had to try.
Yeah. 50 pardon each, obviously. Oh, we should probably do some for the ship too, but that's all right. We can do this
We
later.
can work that out when we get.
Yeah.
Ready for coffer number 3?
Yes.
This one is also
Perception
locked.
again. Perception first. 22 for perception this time.
You give it a look, and you kind of feel that it feels like there's something sort of much lighter in here, and it kind of makes like a rustling sound as you move it around. You give it a good look. There is you're confident there are absolutely no traps on this thing.
Sounds sus.
I'm going to make an Arcana check on this box just in case.
Sure.
Kara's hovering with the other tentacle, just like
19.
26 Arcana.
You
19.
kind of, look, your kind of eyes glaze over, Killian, as you kind of look at this from a sort of a magical perspective. You don't sense anything magical on this box, on this coffer. You do, however, notice that one of the rings that Karu has scooped out and put on their tentacle does appear to have some kind of magic to it, though.
I'm going to point it out and be like, can I have a look at that ring? I'll give it back to
like puts his hand out all regal style, goes, yes,
Takes
you may
the ring.
take it.
Oh my god, I have even more money stuff in my inventory that I didn't realize.
I am just going to cast Identify on this ring.
Now, this just gives you, like, what it is and if it is cursed, right? Is that how it works?
If it's a magic item or some other magic imbued object, you learn its properties and how to use them, whether it requires attunement to use, how many charges it has, if any. You learn whether any spells are affecting the item and what they are. If the item was created by a spell, you learn which spell created it.
Okay, so nothing about curses.
Yeah, pretty much.
This
Damn.
is a ring of protection. It requires attunement,
Whoa.
but it gives you +1 bonus to AC and saving throws while wearing this ring.
That's
And
dope.
It's totally not cursed.
Totally not
Yeah.
cursed, yeah.
Well, I mean, I don't know if it's cursed, but that's what it does. So there you go.
Oh, well, we
you
have
can-
20. We have 29 more rings like it. Ooh.
Yeah, that's the only one that stood out.
Okay.
Yeah. But the other ones, we could probably just melt them down and turn them into gold coins.
Oh, I could wear them.
Oh,
That's
that's
cool.
How many rings do you want to wear?
How many can I fit on these fingers?
Dan, how many can we fit?
Well, there was effectively 29 gold rings and 1 ring of protection. I mean, Karu's got those long elf fingers, so there's probably quite a few rings that could fit on each fingy.
Yeah. I already have a ring on one fingy. It's the tentacle ring,
Yeah.
of course.
Although, Karu, are your hands slightly webbed? That would lower the amount of ring area
Aww. Yeah.
Put them
you're
on
right.
your tentacles.
on the suckers on your tentacles. Does your tentacles have
Ooh.
suckers?
Yeah, the tentacles. I gotta get a grip.
It's weird. I never really thought about that level of detail before, I guess.
Because
They
they're like
gotta be
octopus
a-
tentacles, right? Not.
Yeah. I gotta be able to grip onto things. It's important. Gotta have a strong grip for. Anyway,
Good thing.
So yeah, you could line a bunch of your tentacle suckers with these gold rings if you really wanted to. I mean, there's
Maybe
the
I'll
risk
just,
of when
like-
you slap someone, some rings are going to go flying.
No, I don't want to be like Sonic. That's dumb. I'm not holding all my money in rings. I think I'll just have maybe I'll show restraint, and I'll just have like one because the webbing doesn't go all the way up the finger. It will only just be around the bottom. So maybe he has like one that he can put because you can wear rings that are like on the first thing joint knuckle. Maybe it's just that. Maybe he has a couple like that.
How many? How many are we talking? We're just going to subtract this.
I literally just went, how many fingers do you have? I looked at my hand. I was like, How many? Look, maybe restraint. He takes 7. He wants
7?
an uneven
Alright.
number.
22.
Who takes the ring of protection? Just make sure you put that in your
Yeah, I get
Anyone-
it back.
Anyone have attunement? A spare attunement slot?
No, I already have a ring that does stuff.
But you're pretty confident, Killian, that this coffer is not that he is holding. Coffer number 3 is not magical, or at least has no magic on its outside. As Paulie sort of pops it open, inside it's packets of leaves, seeds, and husks, and various hot spices.
Well,
What is it again, sorry?
we should give that to Splug. Wait,
What if you could-
well, I don't know who Splug is. Never mind.
I wonder if you could make. Wonder if you could make tea from it.
Yeah, here you go. I'll give it to Yama.
What was it? Sorry.
Leaves, seeds, and husks, and various spices.
Ooh, yeah, I'll totally take that. He's thinking been like getting into cooking, maybe. Anyway, he's thinking about making some parfaits.
Parfaits?
Parfait. Everybody like
Parfaits.
parfait. Everybody like parfait. You know, ever heard of anyone who doesn't like parfait? No, parfait is delicious.
Chad is absolutely loving the idea of the tentacular spectacular, by the way. So they're loving this
nice.
tentacle content.
Yes. I found my people.
Coffer number 4 out of 5. You ready?
Yeah, fucking
Alright.
A.
This one is
Should I do-
unlocked.
But I'll do a perception on anyway. 18. I love reliable talent so much.
Crazy.
As you open it, you actually, I guess more Yama gets a bit of a sense of something wrong in this coffer. Inside are a number of small, kind of like statues, like sort of like small idols. And they're sort of almost like a carved giant figure, sort of like a large man, but like in kind of different states of pose. So like one's got, one's kind of flexing. One looks like he's sort of about to dash. One's kind of like hands on hips. One's like doing the thinker. And one is like holding open some kind of book, almost like orating. And then one is holding a staff.
And what's the feeling that Yama gets? Is there like a knowledge or
Give me a religion check.
+0 to religion on the paladin? A natural 8 for an 8.
Seems like it's some sort of like giant pantheon thing, maybe something to do with the
like an
ordning.
assemblage of their gods.
Can I make a religion check, being the smart boy?
Sure.
Are you calling me unsmart?
Sorry.
I rolled got a 9.
1 point smarter.
Exactly.
So what does that look like, Killian? So Killian's like, oh, let me see. I know this kind of stuff. What
Let
is?
me have a look. Cool. Hands it back.
I mean, it's kind of funny. I have like advantage and a +3 to religion checks, and Karu still doesn't fucking do anything.
Yeah, I was hoping for a better roll. I have a +5.
Always not even going to try.
Yeah.
So they're 6 small, highly crafted, carved statues of unknown mineral and workmanship.
Maybe we can sell them.
Who wants to hold on to them?
Yeah, I don't mind
Oh.
holding on to them.
Oh, yeah,
You hold on to
do it.
Go for it. Hold on to them.
Who's got them and who?
I have them.
Cool. Alright, coffer number 5 does appear to be locked.
I'll perception again first. 22 perception.
Arcana,
Do you want me to roll thieves' tools as well?
21.
You don't see any sort of obvious traps on the outside. From an Arcana check, Killian, you detect magic in there, but it's sort of like a very subtle magic. It's not like a... You don't think it's a trap waiting to go off. It's more like something inside there is some kind of magic thing.
Okay, I'll say that. I'll say, do you want me to open it just in case?
19 for my thieves' tool.
With the 19, you're able to pop the lock.
Sorry, there, Dill. I was rolling as you said that.
Yeah.
So, like, as Killian goes, do you want me to open it? Paulie's already got his tools in there, and you just hear a click. Do you open the lid, Paulie, or do you hand it to Killian?
I'll hand it to Killian.
Okay.
I'm gonna, like, slowly just, like, open it and have a look.
Mm-hmm. Inside is almost like a large gemstone that is you can tell it's kind of radiating with sort of a subtle magic.
I am going to take out some material from my bag of holding, something soft because it is a gemstone, and I'm going to tip it onto the material because I'm not reaching into that fucking coffin.
Okay.
Just in case.
As it rolls into sort of this velvet handkerchief or whatever it is you have, it kind of rolls and kind of lands on its side and then lights up, and you hear a voice emanating out of it. It says, "This be Captain Talabeek Featherstorm, last of the Storm Pirates. The giants have me cornered in their wretched forge, but they won't be laying a hand on me cloaca. This old bird has a few tricks left." And then you hear another voice. "Come out, bird brain. We know you've got a hoard of plunder stashed away somewhere. Let us know where you've stashed it, and you'll get out of here alive."
Do we hear that as well? Or is it,
Yeah,
is it,
it's
is
like...
it just... Do I know that
On
voice?
speaker.
It's on speaker.
Let me get through it all before I...
Sure.
"You'll get nothing from me, you oversized oafs. Me treasure secrets be mine alone. Stubborn bird, we'll tear this place apart if we have to. You can't hide forever. You'll never find it. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got a rendezvous with the horizon." And then you hear this sort of sound of scuffling and some kind of commotion. "Get back here, you feathered rat!" And more struggling, you hear a defiant squawk and a gunshot. And the recording ends.
Do I know that voice?
No.
Not the giant voice?
Oh, the giant voice? Give me a history check.
I'm not good at these. Oh, I'm not terrible. 17.
Yeah, this sounds like very similar to the captain whose eye you cut out. It's sort of like almost like a younger version.
Yeah, okay. Interesting.
You heard another giant in there too, like two separate kind of giant voices. You definitely recognize one of them. One of them you don't, like, just generic kind of, some other giant. And you don't recognize the bird voice at all. You can definitely tell it's got like a Arakocra twang to it. You instantly recognize that. But
yeah, the twang is like a yeena,
especially the squawk at the end, right? Like that kind of.
Yep.
But it's a little bit more of like a hawk kind of squawk than a.
Cool.
I'm going to make an Arcana check on the orb to see if it has any other properties to it, or it's just fancy tape. Well,
yeah. Seems to be some kind of recording crystal. Maybe this is the only message that's recorded on there. Maybe it was meant to be left for someone, or maybe it was, almost like an arcane journal, right? Maybe someone's recorded a message, a cast
And
of
boy,
pods,
do I love
if you
that
will.
sort of shit. I'm gonna wrap it back up in my handkerchief and put it in my bag of holding.
Cool. All right, that is the 5 of 5 coffers that you have opened up. Some treasure, some magic, and some mystery.
And
Hell
some
yeah.
injury.
And some injury.
Mhm.
At least it was me. Are we going to go and get more of these? Is that what we're going to do next?
Yeah, what's the plan? Why'd you ask about a Hydra?
Yeah.
Sounds like we get
yeah.
to kill one.
So essentially, there's more treasure.
Oh.
And I don't want to leave here without the treasure.
And the Hydra is what's
Is
guarding you?
the guard dog for the treasure.
Ah.
And if these little small coffers were good, the massive treasure chests that were there will probably be very good too. And we need money for a ship.
Well, that's cool, because that reminds me of this one time I fought this Hydra, and I just kept chopping off heads, and it just kept regrowing, and Yama goes on, and I'm going to roll to try and trick my armor into thinking that I have indeed fought a Hydra before.
that.
So that's going to be a deception, because no.
I don't even know what a Hydra is, but it's got a lot of heads. It sounds kind of cool. What if we could make it a pet? That would be fun.
That would be cool.
Based on what I know of Hydras, I don't think we could turn it into a pet.
Oh, your dice was cool, by the way.
Yeah, I changed it in Foundry.
How do you do that? That's awesome.
It was in the settings somewhere. Configure settings, and then there's a dice section. Dice so nice.
I'm gonna have a look at that.
I was having fun when I was trying to upsize my
Oh no, that's right. Yeah, because
character
I've
piece.
got bird ones. I forgot about that. Yeah.
So this treasure is like further in, or was it like a hidden like room?
Hidden
where
room.
we've all-
It's behind
Oh.
the throne room.
So do we want to like
Oh,
do the treasure and go, or do we want to do we want to keep exploring?
there's definitely gnolls out there, right? So we'll probably have to deal with them first.
Yeah.
And then head towards the treasure room and try not to aggro anyone else who might be in the building.
Yeah, I think
at that moment, you're probably like half an hour into your short rest. You hear the heavy footfalls of giant feet in the corridor outside, and you also hear kind of the scratching and sniffling of hellhounds. And you hear sort of a bang on the door as someone tries to push it open. There's the sort of scrape of wood of your kind of barricade that you put kind of the table under the door, like you would put a chair, and so the door won't open. You feel a slam on it, but with that, the fact that Yama was able to put it in there on that angle, there's just sort of a scrape of wood, and the doors do not move. And then you hear the footsteps of giants walking away.
So Yama is definitely holding on to the. He's maybe he's like sitting at the end of the table, so he's like some extra weight. So maybe we get ready to go now. They definitely know we're in here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this was a door that once opened that now doesn't, and we did leave a lot of corpses out the front. Plus, if that Knoll dude's back at all, he's probably telling people shit.
Oh,
Yeah,
he's
you didn't
definitely
kill
back.
him, right? Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, I just sent him to a different plane of existence for a little while. He needed a timeout.
Maybe he changed his ways. We can only hope.
We'll see. Although, based on what I know of that spell, I think it was not a very scary place to send him to. He's kind of just there, and then nothing happens. And then he just pops back here. So maybe he just had a rest.
Oh.
Probably
Yeah.
should have polymorphed him and just put him in my bag of holding.
What?
Karu is wearing the same expression I'm wearing, where it's just like, I don't understand a lot of those words.
Yeah.
They just were said.
I could have turned him into like a cockroach and then put him in the bag of holding, and then he would have just suffocated. And then I would have just emptied him out of the bag of holding later, and he'd be dead.
Oh, like there's
I did
no
that
air.
one time. It was I did it one time. It's kind of really fucked up, but
Yeah.
it's effective.
It's really fucked up.
It is so
Yeah.
fucked up. I'm judging you a
Hey,
little bit.
you know
I'm
us.
impressed.
You know us
Yeah.
wizards. We're
I
very
feel-
inventative.
A little uncomfortable.
Yeah,
with that.
just backs away a little bit.
Well,
Yama's
it's
thinking back to
fine.
when you turned him into a snail, and
I
he's
wouldn't do
like,
it to you guys.
could have died.
Could have been put in a bag of holding.
could have been suffocated as a snail.
Yeah, I think you get like 10 minutes. Like, as long as you don't stay in there for longer than that.
10 minutes of slow suffocation. I've
Hmm.
definitely.
This is
I
pretty
don't know
cool.
if it's I don't know if it's slow suffocation or if it's more like they can breathe fine and then after 10 minutes it's just like nothing. I don't
Well,
know. We'd have to do some testing.
I don't. No, we don't. I don't
No.
think we have to.
I've definitely like
I mean,
waterboarded people in the past, but I
Yeah, that's
think
kind
that's
of fucked
a
up.
new.
That's like direct torture. Like I'm just putting a guy in a. I don't
Yeah,
have
but
to see
we've-
it. It doesn't affect me in any way. And I don't move on with that memory. You physically waterboarded. Yama. I'm
I really
impressed.
needed the
cool.
information that they had, and
Yeah.
this is definitely not something I would do again.
Wait, so you're saying that waterboarding is on the menu?
No,
I think that's exactly what Yama said.
Karu, we can waterboard
Nope.
people.
no.
Karu's backing away from all of you at this point. He's like, look, I don't remember a lot about what I used to do before I met you guys, but I like to think it was none of that. None of that.
Well,
I don't
why don't
actually
we
know.
we should try it. Maybe we could try
No.
waterboarding a hydra.
Why don't
No.
we just know? Why don't we just know?
All
No,
right, how
that's
about we just try and
definitely-
stab the hydra?
let's do the tried and true method of stab.
But
That's what
don't
we do.
decapitate the heads. I've heard you
Yeah.
can't decapitate the heads.
What happens if I stab them in the neck a heap of times? Like Killian pulls out a rapier, and then everyone's just like,
Mm.
why do I have a sword?
Yeah, why do you have a sword? I've never seen you use it.
Yeah, it's mainly for decoration, but if I really need it, I can poke with it. It's also good for like roasting things over a fire.
True.
Sausages.
So
Yeah.
you go after the Hydra, don't cut its head off, and just
Mm.
kill it.
Yep.
Cockroach into bag of holding a backup.
Yes. No.
Could also
waterboarding.
try to disintegrate it.
Also sounds horrifying.
That's just magic.
mm,
Magicians are wild.
yeah. Wow. I thought I was fucked up because I stabbed
so
things.
many-
I'm not sure.
So many tricks up of these non-existent sleeves. Had
Oh,
too
that's
many
right. You're
tricks.
like this ripped dude.
Had so many tricks with sleeves, they just fell off.
I
They didn't
think
fit.
with this conversation that continues on and can continue on, you all get a short rest as the extra,
Yay.
the other half of
And-
the hour goes by with you going like, oh my god, you waterboarded someone? Having this kind of, and you can continue this conversation. I just want you to be able to all roll those hit dice. And Yama, you give everyone temporary hit points, is that right? With your tea, we decided?
Yeah, so with my wonderful tea that I have overpoured and not waterboarded any of you with, you all receive an extra D8 of temporary hit points thanks to this marvelous Christmas gift from Killian, and that is an 8!
Can
So
Paulie
that
try,
is some delicious ass tea.
can Paulie try and waterboard himself with the tea?
I don't think it works if you do it yourself, and it's pretty hot. But you can try.
It's like getting one of those hot
You'll-
towels on the plane, though. Like, you just put the cloth over your face and pour tea on it.
So I think I would assume because I made the tea that everybody gets the same hit
Correct.
dice.
Yeah, you just roll it
then-
once,
Yeah,
yeah.
so everybody gets 8.
Oh my
Oh,
God,
hell
I-
yeah, that's awesome.
Almost have 100 hit points, like, in total.
I have
That's huge.
exactly 100 hit points in total.
I have 99. That's sick.
Yes. Love it.
So you've all spent some hit dice. Did that giant potion wear off after 1 hour, Yama?
No, so I rolled 4 hours on it.
Okay, cool.
Mine
Yeah,
rolled.
so-
Mine wore off.
Yep.
Obviously. What are we gonna do with the prisoners?
Oh, great.
We should
question.
get them out. We should get them out first. Well, we should
arm
lead them-
and let them go.
we should lead them out towards the thingo. Tell them,
should let
Tell them to
lead
wait
us.
outside for us.
Do you
And then
think?
we'll-
Let them walk first. So if anything's gonna jump out,
No,
it jumps
Nope.
out. At
We're
them,
saving
and
the
then we attack them.
people, Killian.
Killian, we're going to have a discussion about how this works.
yeah, I know you're new to the group. And you're leaning definitely towards the chaotic evil side.
And I mean, look, we're usually all
Hey,
for
you're
it.
the waterboarder.
And it was a dark past, and I am working on my.
I'm literally from hell.
Yeah,
like to think I'm
we
pretty
can work
nice
on
guy.
that. We can work on
That's
your
literally where I
redemption
was
arc.
born. I was
That's
born
okay.
there.
We can
I'm a
redeem you.
demon.
That's fine. That's fine.
I mean, we did hear hill giant, like we did hear like clearly a hill giant, just a giant, and like hellhounds sniffing outside the door. So we might need to like guarantee the safety of our path out. Like we're obviously going to take them out the way we came in, but we know there's gnolls because we left them there, and we know there's definitely a giant because we just heard him. So.
Probably. We do
Maybe
need.
they can just barricade the door behind us.
We do need help bringing the treasure back to the
Yeah.
ship. So I think we murder whatever's on the other side of this door. Get them to wait in the throne room while we get the treasure, and then we make them pack mule our shit back to the ship.
We just want them to like Yama just said, just barricade themselves here. We do what we've got to do, and then we come back and get them when we've.
I'm sure there's enough of them to lift the table. There's like 20 people in here.
I thought we put the table against the door.
We did.
At the end of the last session.
We're putting it back.
Yeah. We're gonna leave, which means we have to move the table, and then they can slide it back in.
And if they don't open the door when we come back, I'll just blow the door up.
Yeah.
We come back, then they obviously don't want to be saved, and we can't fault. Well, we can't. We just leave without them.
No, that's okay. We'll take them with us.
No, I'm saying they don't.
Our prisoners.
No, they will not be ours. That is not their.
Getting at. If they don't want to come, we're going to take them. That's how you make prisoners. Killian's really weird today because he almost died a couple of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is this what happens if you've been a T-Rex for a bit too long? You just kind of lose a little bit of the.
Takes a while to wear off.
The intelligence.
Yeah. You're still small arms, big mouth vibes, and you just don't.
Walnut brain.
Walnut
brain. I'm a bit foggy. Okay, I'm sorry.
All right.
He like bashes his head into the wall. He's like, all right.
Back.
I guess we'll open the door.
Yeah, Yama's gonna drag the door.
Before you do, can I just like press my ear up against the door and just like have a listen out? If there's anything immediately out there?
Give me a perception check.
Just a heads up, our fire resistance potions would have worn off now too.
I have 2 more that I can give to people.
Oh wow, a 1 and a 2. Never mind.
Jesus, start to the session.
Perhaps when you put your ear to the thick metal iron doors, there's like a bit of a sizzling, and it's like the doors are a bit hot. I mean, they're in a volcano.
I like to think that Yama didn't realize I was doing it and has already started pulling the table back. So it's just. Tara's just like, you know what? It's probably fine.
That's exactly what happened.
And one thing I want to check, Killian, your transmuter stone today, you've set that up with the con proficiency, was that right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Just wanted to make sure.
Does anyone know how to... Oh, don't worry, I've got it. I'm just dumb.
Okay, cool. Yeah, you drag the table away from the door, and with a large scraping, crunching sound, you're able to eventually get those doors open.
Let's hit it.
Now, Evelyn LeChance, Evelyn Chance is going to come with you. She is a follower.
Is she a cleric?
No. Her, according to the game mechanics on a meta level, she is an executioner. Her abilities include a garrote and a dagger storm. She's level 5 retainer, effectively. Who would like to be in charge of Evelyn for me?
That's amazing. I don't mind doing that.
Yes, Sam.
Go for it.
She's cool.
I mean, Kara would absolutely start flirting with her. So, you know.
Well, yeah, give it a Katie then, because you guys can be like sneaky together, I guess, up front there, maybe.
Yeah. Kara's not sneaky at all. Sort of sneaky.
Yeah.
Thinks he's sneaky.
Yes,
Cool.
tries his best.
That works out well because I think Katie's used retainers a lot in the past, so you know what you're doing. And
Yep.
you've even had a retainer get disintegrated before, so you know how to handle that if that happens.
That's so mean, Dan. Why would you
Terrible
bring that up?
memories.
Take better care of your little gripply friend.
Maybe I'll take that retainer. Thanks.
To be fair to me, the DM, who wasn't Dan, did a disintegrate spell against a retainer who was a frog.
No.
Yeah.
So, you know.
Sad.
If it's any consolation, they live to like 4 years old anyway. So like,
Yeah, he was basically ancient at that point.
yeah.
What's
He
this
was
chick's?
getting on.
What's this chick's name again? Sorry.
Evelyn Chance. Evelyn. Ms. Chance.
Evelyn.
You think
Miss
it's probably
Chance,
a
if you-
pseudonym. She probably made it up. You can't let people make up their own code names. They'll choose stuff like Max Steel and
Yeah.
Tentacle Master, Tentacular Spectacular and stuff.
Yeah, no, that's the current running type. Yeah. Cool. I guess. Captain, do you want to scope ahead, seeing as you're the sneakiest?
I got
Oh,
this.
I'm so sorry, but before we no, I don't get any spell slots back, don't worry. I wanted to summon my steed again, but I can't.
26 in a stealthy boy.
26, all right. Start exploring. Now, once you get past sort of the light of this corridor, you rely on your night vision goggles. So it is still a bit dark and you don't have as much sort of long range vision. But what you can see is a sort of the far end of the east corridor is a
Giant.
a giant. And it seems to be holding the leash, or in fact holding 3 leashes, almost like a dog walker kind of thing. And so it's somewhat obscured by some sort of shadow, which you can't make out because it's sort of outside your night vision goggle range, and it's outside of the light, if that makes sense. You can catch him, you
Right.
can kind of see him silhouetted by the light, and then there's something else moving there, but you
Can't see it.
can't see it.
Right. Okay. I am going to tell the guys. I'm going to go back, go unstealth and tell them, all right, there's a giant on our left as we hit the end of the corridor. So we should go out guns a-blazing and kill this motherfucker.
Pew pew.
Pew.
Beautiful. Let's do it.
Yep. Kara comes out, pew pewing.
Clank, clank, clank. Clank, clank.
Come on, Evelyn. Evelyn.
Clank, clank.
Can I try to get a stab in beforehand?
Are you going to
Go stealth again.
What was your? Yeah, give me a new stealth check. As you kind of hide
25.
in the shadows and try and make your way over to them. Ooh, interesting.
Oh shit.
That wasn't private. My bad.
I saw it
shit.
anyway.
Close, but no. Yeah. So You hear the snuffling and sniffling of a creature as you inch closer. In the sort of dim light of your night vision, you get a bit of a look. It's obviously like grainy and I guess green, I think we established, because all night vision is green, right? You get the look of a three-headed creature with wings, and it looks like one head is a lion, one head is a ram, and the other is of some kind of dragon.
Hell yeah.
That's so good.
And this giant was holding the three leads, which are around three collars around the neck of this thing.
Dope.
How did you miss that?
I don't know. I don't know how I missed that. I really don't.
Even I can see it from where I'm standing. How did you miss that?
But I'm ready to
No,
murder.
it disappeared.
I think his night vision range is only like 30 feet. I don't know what...
60.
Mm.
60?
Yeah.
So that's 120 feet. I don't know how...
I've got 120 feet of dark vision.
There was light behind the giant.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, is that your
I'm
robe of
back in it.
eyes that does that, Killian?
Mm-hmm.
Ah, there you go. Yeah.
That's wild.
Cool. So you're able to kind of swoop about up in the kind of upper rafters of this chamber, Paulie. Attacking the fire giant, you would have advantage because he is in the light. But everything else is obviously obscured in darkness. So even those of you with dark vision, I believe, it's still at a disadvantage unless you brought any light with you.
So am I still lit up mechanically in the thing?
I think it was still for. It was just for an hour.
Day.
Oh, was it a whole day?
Yeah, an
There you
hour.
go.
Now I'm not sure.
Someone in chat can tell me. I'm sure they remembered that one tiny detail from like 2 sessions ago. Would you like to still be glowing, Karu?
No, because
if you are, they can see you as soon as you walk into that corridor.
No, I don't think I want to be glowing.
All right.
No.
And I don't think you would have walked out in the open if you were glowing,
No.
right? Yeah.
Now I can't see myself at all.
That's the best way to be.
Do you have vision? You have dark vision?
I can't see my token.
Can't you?
No. Actually, I can...
Do you have
I
Avalon
can see.
checked? Is that why?
Oh. Yes.
Yeah.
Are you sure you've done this before?
Shut up.
Got him.
I was looking at a sheet and I obviously... I'm good, thank you.
So Maddie wanted me to name NPC after him, so it's obviously going to be this fire giant with the Chimera pet.
Yes.
I mean, you haven't spoken to him to know his name, but we all know, and chat
We all know.
knows.
Can I attack Maddie, please?
You can. I guess we'll roll initiative. And at the same time, Maddie in chat, can you please let me know what your pet chimera's name would be?
A typical 5.
Avalon will just go on my initiative, right?
Correct, yeah.
Yeah. I got an 8. Hell yeah. Cooking. I'm too busy flirting, apparently.
Paulie, what'd you get? 24. Alright. Paulie, you definitely go first, as you know sort of your trusty squad is somewhere back there in the darkness where you can't really see, sort of beyond your sight. But you know they haven't reached this kind of area of light yet. And the giant and the chimera are kind of there in front of you.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20 will hit as you pierce in between the sort of plates of armor that Maddie's wearing. And his chimera, Eric. Is that the name of one of the heads? Oh, no, wait. So I think Amanda gave it that name. Stanley, Eric. We need one more name. It's got 3 heads. Does it have one name or would it have 3 names, you know? Like, does Cerberus have a name for each head?
Can Eric be the goat?
Absolutely.
Stanley be the dragon.
Alright. We need a lion name.
Paul.
No, that's the name for an alien.
Oh no. It's Maddie, so it's Bill, Ben, and Bob.
Yeah,
Nice.
love it. And it's Tentacles, the giant.
That's Karu's stage name. That's Karu's porn name, Tentacles.
No, Tentacular Spectacular is his porn name.
Yeah, you're right. That's much more spectacular.
That's right. His the stage play that you wrote about the fictional Karu, I think was it the 7 hard trials of Tentacles.
Is this written by Captain Paulie?
Oh
or
yeah, of
what?
course. It is.
Fanfic.
It was co-written. This
Yeah.
is
Sorry.
joint yeah.
Sorry.
I will keep.
Harry's like, yeah, I can make that position with the tentacles.
I will keep Stanley and Eric in my back pocket because there are more giants to come.
Great.
How much damage do you do? Sorry, Paulie.
41 damage.
Ooh.
Right.
Yep, this giant is not loving that. Did you get anything for your assassin feature, or is it just you get advantage on the first turn?
Bring a first strike, you mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this one.
Yep. That's it. That's all I get.
Cool.
I am going to hide.
Alright. Bonus
And
action.
go back into
hide.
stealth.
Whereabouts? So
Yeah.
you're hiding up in the rafters.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna like Batman that shit.
Okay.
23.
All right. You hear Maddie just yell out, "Oh, what the fuck was that?" I'm trying to channel my Scottishness for these because they're canonically all wearing kilts.
Oh, that's right.
Bill, Ben, and Bob,
Yes.
find out what Tay's all about. Is that your whole turn, Paulie?
That's it. That's it for me.
All right, Killian. You see the giant, the fire giant, kind of struggling, sort of like swatted at something, almost like a mosquito has bitten it. Obviously, it's sort of at that ultra long range there. It's half in light, so you won't have any disadvantage on him. But you can definitely make out with your robe of eyes Bill, Bob, and Ben straining at their leash.
The best part about being a dope wizard boy is I don't need to aim at them. I can aim past them
Sure.
because I'm just going to cast Lightning Bolt. So that's a Dex 19 save.
Okay. On the giant?
On both. It's a straight line through.
Okay, yeah, sure. The giant gets a 5. And the Chimera gets a 9. So, Bill, they're both taking full damage here.
28 lightning damage to both of them.
Alright.
And that would have been... Where's Lightning Bolt? 100 feet exactly. So I hit the giant. It doesn't go through. And there's no risk of singeing Paul.
Good. We love that. Well, some of us love
For
that.
once.
As an arc of lightning briefly flashes through all of you with dark vision, see spots in your eyes momentarily, just as lightning kind of lights up the cavern and then it's dark again and your eyes kind of adjust. There's no penalty or anything, just, descriptive language. And then there's a crack of thunder, I guess, after, the superheated air
Yeah.
that echoes throughout the hall.
Definitely made a lot of noise. But that's it. Now in my turn right there.
Yeah, Killian ends
But
his turn
I'll-
in attack mode.
Yeah.
Karu and Avalon.
Karu looks over at Avalon and slicks his hair back flirtatiously, and then hulks out, which means his hair immediately just goes like a fucking cat on alert. And I'm gonna use my bonus action to hybrid transformation because I got that back. Where
He
is it?
has a mohawk, right? So
Yeah.
does it like actually become like a mohawk? Oh,
Yeah.
that's awesome.
I'm into that. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, it's like a floppy mohawk usually, but in hybrid transformation, it's like proper punk.
Full punk rocker.
Yeah.
I like to think that as you kind of been, chatting with her quietly as you walk through, she's kind of been balancing a dagger on one finger, right? And kind of chatting with you, and is kind of like, oh, hey, yeah, once we get out of here, if you want to, we're going to have to spend some of this treasure somewhere. I know a couple of cool islands. And then you just, like, monster out, and she's kind of definitely taken aback by that.
Fair. I like to think that he did the, like, greaser comb through kind of vibe, and that's when, and then he...
You do that, and she tries to do the hair flick, but gets caught midway because you transform.
Wonderfully awkward. I'm into this. And then I'm going to use my action to drink my my heal strength. I've got a second heal strength potion, so I'm going to do that. So now I don't have any of them. But then I get steroid veiny, so I'm just monstrous. And then I'm just going to use my full movement to get closer. All right, get to there.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how to do that thing where you measure it and then he moves.
I think if you measure it and then press spacebar, it's meant to move you, but whatever.
Okay, I'll try that next time.
Sure.
That's all I can do. So that's Karu done. And then for Avalon, I think she's going... Shit, I need to find her token.
Let me give her some vision, because maybe that's the problem, that she doesn't have vision.
No, it's all good. I got it. She's actually just going to use her movement and her action to get into position.
Sure.
So that'll get her to whoops. Oh my god. There we go. I swear I'm trying to move her. Okay, let me try that.
You should have ownership of her. I mean, as much as anyone can be owned. Let me drop her in again and we'll see.
That's okay. Either way, I'm moving her to behind that pillar and that's her full turn. So
cool.
Sick. Sick,
right.
bro.
Next up is the fire giant. Oh wait, no it's not. It's the young fire giant. Paulie, just as you duck into the safe confines of sort of the upper areas of this thing, another giant walks around the corner.
Son of a bitch. It's a slightly smaller giant.
It is a slightly smaller giant. This is a young fire giant. 100 feet. What can he see? What are his features? He cannot see you, Karu, in the darkness there, and he's kind of come out a little bit too late. So he comes out, and in giant, it just says... don't
we get a surprise round for sneaking up on him?
Interesting. I guess so, right? They get no action on this turn. Yeah, because you did beat their... Well, you snuck up on them, Paulie. No one else was necessarily sneaking.
True.
So tell you what, I'll give you another action now, so we're effectively in round 2. You got one free action, and they all got... No one else could do anything, and then now we're kind of...
Do I get Ring of First Strike again for advantage? Because they haven't technically... Sure,
yeah.
Okay. I'm going to do the exact same thing I did last time anyway, so 25 to hit, and then hide again afterwards. I just wanted an extra hit.
Yep.
1 sec. Let me look at those.
I think
I'm going to reroll the D8.
Sure. I think because the giant was still probably going to walk around that corner around that time, because it's bad luck for you. And so I think this guy's going to see you duck out of the shadows, stab his friend, and then duck, potentially duck back up into the shadows. So you will have been seen, but they don't know maybe where you end up.
30, yeah, so that's 30 damage in total, and then I'll hide again.
Okay. That bloodies him.
26 for the hide.
Yeah. Because you're up in the darkness, you're able to kind of circle around up there like a bat and find a nice kind of hiding spot.
Yeah.
Cool. This giant is going to come around the corner then. See you duck up in there. He's going to try and find you. I don't think if he even can, but he's going to try because he would try. He doesn't know that he can't. Doesn't see you whatsoever. He's going to yell back in giant to someone else up the corridor that you haven't checked yet.
Oh, shit. Let's go.
Yama.
Oh, sweet. Yama is just gonna clank, clank, clank his 60 feet of movement as he hobbles and lumbers. And that's his turn.
Mm-hmm. All right, so you pass through the sort of shaft of light becoming visible, and when you do, Maddie and Bill Bob Ben kind of eye you and see you approaching them in the corridor, and I assume you're walking towards them sword drawn, right?
Yeah, he's definitely got his katana out
Mm-hmm.
as they were sneaking around earlier.
Yeah. All right, well, they kind of narrow their eyes at you, and it looks like Maddie's about to let the dogs off the leash.
Bring it on.
Speaking of which, the Chimera is going to race forward at you, and it's doing that thing where, like, I think the ram head, you know, has, like, its tongue out to the side, and is kind of, like, lolling its head around, like a super happy dog charging at you, whereas the lion is, you know, snarling and ready to pounce, and the lion and the dragon head are a little bit more serious about this, but I like to think the goat head is just kind of like, "Rah!" as they charge at you. It skids to a stop as it sees Karu, as it gets close enough to kind of see Karu, Avalon, and Killian. And as it comes to a stop, it kind of skids on the stone floor. And its claws kind of dig in, its tail even kind of digs in, its wings kind of flap out to create resistance, and then the dragon head opens its mouth and breathes a cone of fire at Yama and Karu.
Great.
So I need you both to make a DC 15 dexterity saving throw. Yama, can you roll this with disadvantage, please?
Yeah, and you get a +3 from me, everybody else.
It was Dex, sorry.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, just super quickly, Dan, I kind of meant for Avalon to be like here.
Sure, that
Behind
absolutely
the
makes
thing?
sense. Yep.
Yeah.
I rolled a natural 1.
Okay,
Shit.
you're gonna take 34 points of fire damage.
Holy crap.
Oh my god, I
that's
rolled
not-
a natural one too.
God, no, but you get a +3 from me. Maybe
I
it's
know.
enough. I don't know.
So 13.
I think we're gonna honor the natty one.
Yeah.
Oh no.
So you both take
No,
34
Dan.
points of fire damage. Did you drink your fire resistance
No.
potions at lunch?
We
Oh.
didn't.
Killian
Killian
offered
offered
them.
us 2.
Yep, I literally did offer them. I was like, I have 2 more if anyone wants
Yeah.
them, and nobody took them.
I still have one. I
Idiots.
just like, yeah.
It's fine.
God damn. We thought we were battling a Hydra, but then we didn't.
I mean, it's kind of a Hydra. It's got 3 heads.
1 second.
All right, the fire giant Maddie that Paulie has been attacking is going to kind of look up and see if he can find him up there. Oh, he has a slightly better chance here, but he's still not going to see Paulie up in the rafters. But what he can see is obviously a Yama and a Karu sort of illuminated slightly from the light here, and obviously because of his creature is attacking.
And also smell the gentle wafting smell of, char-grilled fish.
Cooked calamari, yeah.
Yeah. It's like, seafood, yum.
He's going to throw a rock at Yama, though, because Yama's the biggest thing in this room, apart from this guy. 27 to hit you, Yama.
Oh, yes.
26 bludgeoning damage, please.
Oh my god. Yama is bloodied.
Now that's a non-magical
Yeah.
rock, so you can reduce it by 3.
Thank you. Still bloodied. Yikes.
Back to the top of the round, we got Paulie, as Maddie just, with a fastball special, hurling that light bulb at Yama. And
Maddie, I know where you live.
Paulie is going to be a swoopy boy and do the same thing as he did last time.
Can you kill it, please?
Oh, no chance. 13 to hit.
13 will absolutely... you are hidden from him, so you can roll that with advantage.
Oh, true. 23 to hit.
23 will hit.
Nice.
Describe... Oh, well, we'll see how much damage you do.
32 damage.
That's good, but not quite enough.
Okay, wait. Let me have a look.
Reroll those dice.
Yeah, I'm gonna reroll the D8. It's
So it's an extra...
34 points of damage.
So that's an extra 2 damage, is it?
Yes.
Okay. Very good.
Damn it! I was hoping. And then I'll hide again. I'm just being a swoopy boy right now,
Yep.
while the other guys are far away.
Sure thing.
25.
25 is good.
Okay. I am going to... How far away am
1 second.
I? Feet. I'm going to polymorph into... Ooh, yeah. Into a giant ape.
All right.
And then I'm gonna... So I end up here. I'm gonna stand in front of everyone as a giant ape. And pound on my chest a little bit.
Alrighty. Let's get a sec.
Yeah.
Thought I told it to polymorph. Polymorph, might just take a moment. So that's your action to cast polymorph.
Yes.
Giant ape. Here we go. Polymorph. Didn't change the actor. Rude. There you go.
Hell yeah. So I'm just gonna stand in front and try to protect everybody. And draw as much attention as possible as a giant ape.
Sounds great. Karu, Killian's sort of dashed up next to you and then turned into a giant ape. What do you do?
I measure distance. I said I measure distance.
You can hold control, left control to... Maybe? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm on a Mac. There's first problem there.
Oh.
Am I in melee range of the Chimera?
You will be if you walk forward 5 feet.
What if I was to go like whoop, whoop, like skirt around?
You're not currently in melee, so you would be provoking no attacks of opportunity if you skirt around.
I'm going to skirt around and I'm going to run up because there's now a big ape. Kara's like, okay, cool.
Yep.
Leave them to it. And I'll skirt around and I'm going to run up to the fire giant and help Paulie out.
As you get up close to it, you can kind of peer into what appears to be a room to your south that appears to be sort of the kennel for Bill, Bob, and Ben.
Nice. I am going to stab.
All right.
That seems like the right thing to do. When we fought the fire giants before, my cold damage didn't really seem to do much either, did it?
Didn't do any extra. They seem to be immune to fire, but not vulnerable to anything you've dished out.
But like cold damage does like
Full
at
damage.
least hurt them. They're not. Yeah, okay. I thought maybe they were resistant for some odd reason.
I was
Well, then
just
I'll use my.
King Snoo was because of his dragon
His
coke.
That's what I keep forgetting. Well, then I'm going to activate the Crimson Right because I love doing that. And I'm going to pick cold damage. So I will take 1 necrotic damage. And then I will swing at Maddie with my cutlass. Oh, wow. Rolled a 2. What the fuck? I'm assuming a 12 doesn't hit.
12 will not hit.
I will try again.
You slice at Maddie's well-sculpted calves, but they're like iron.
Jealous. 21 to hit.
21 will hit.
Kill. 17 slashing damage and 8 cold damage.
Mm-hmm. Maddie's not looking too great right now, but he is still standing, and he's readying his big blade to bring it down upon you.
That is the that is the extent of what Karu can do.
Mm-hmm.
Alan. Too sure. I feel like she's like maybe she's a little confused. Like the hot tiefling just turned into an ape. She doesn't know which head to go for. She's a melee person, and she's kind of like, oh, this just got out of hand real fucking quickly. So I do think she will still go and try and hit the Chimera.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't think she's a coward or anything like that. I'm pretty sure she has just enough distance to get to it.
Sure.
Distance, you know what I mean. Oh, she'll be underneath the ape's feet.
I think that's fine. The ape's quite large. There's probably room there.
Spacebar worked, hell yeah. It's the little things. She is just going to use her... She's going to use her... Oh. I'm just reading about the garrote action, sorry.
Mm-hmm.
She could do that maybe on one of the heads. That could be kind of cool.
Sure. Because you hit, you don't need to roll for her to hit. I'll tell you now, the Chimera has less armor class than the Giant. So if you remember retainer rules, to sort of speed up dice rolling, if you hit, your retainer doesn't have to roll to hit.
Ooh. I think she's going to go for Baller, and she's going to garrote the dragon head.
Mm-hmm.
Creature must make a dexterity saving throw or be restrained. So she deals... Wow. 2 1s and a 2. She gets 4 slashing damage on the hit, because she automatically hits. And then, yeah, can they make a dex save? I don't know what her save is. It's probably really low. Hey! That's nice. It is restrained, so the dragon's head is restrained. And I like to imagine that, visually, she is on around its neck, because it's a massive creature. She's done this sort of garrote. She's kind of holding onto it and just pulling the wire into its neck to deal the damage.
Yeah, perhaps because it was the one that let out the flame breath, so she's hopped up on its back behind it and whipped the garrote around and is trying to pull the dragon head back to cut off its breathing so it can't breathe again, and stop aiming its breath weapon forward. Although it's probably aiming its breath, it's one of 3 heads up right now at this giant ape, I suppose.
Yeah, I think she's just trying to stop that attack that just happened from happening again. So,
Sure.
However you want to play the mechanic of restrained, but it's essentially that it can make during its turn, it can make a strength or dexterity check to break the grapple.
Cool. What I'll probably rule that as, because with the Chimera, it attacks with each of its heads per turn. So I'll say the dragon attack will be at disadvantage because the dragon head is restrained.
Sick. And that's pretty much her turn.
Cool. The young fire giant sees you rush up and is attacking Maddie, and Maddie's young little apprentice here is going to rush forward and try and throw a rock at you, Karu. Because he can't really get in this corridor to hit you. Actually, he has a javelin. He's going to throw a javelin at you. That's a crit.
I get resistance at least.
That's 24 damage on a crit.
It's 12 damage. Take what I can get.
Are you proud of your apprentice, Maddie? Maddie asks, hot tub tentacle stream when? Jesus.
Next week. Not now.
It's too hot. It's too hot today, mate. It'd be steaming.
Okay, hang on.
There'd be no water
I think
left
he wants that.
for us to bottle later.
That's right. We'd have to capture all the steam. If we can work out a way to capture the steam to sell it on later, I'm in.
We're all about making money here.
Speaking of making that money, Yama, you rush forward and you attack this chimera.
Yeah, Yama rushes forward to move to the other side of the chimera. He's gonna go in with his sword. What is happening here? To hit is a 14.
14 is dead on.
Dead on, nice. That is a max damage, 14 points of damage.
Mm-hmm.
Second hit. Swipey swipe. Hit. And almost minimum damage, 6 damage.
Okay.
And that's it.
Righty. The chimera is not quite bloodied, and it's the chimera's turn. So it sees a big giant ape in front of it. I think that's the clear target for Bill, Ben, and Bob. First, it's going to try and headbutt you with those horns.
I'm going to use a reaction to give the gorilla a +4.
Okay.
To AC.
17 to hit. Does that hit your new AC?
Yep.
Damn.
That's
turns out I can't do that.
Oh, okay. 11 damage from the horns. The lion head is I guess the lion claws are going to attempt to claw at the giant ape. That's a crit.
Oh.
So 23 slashing damage from the claws.
I'll take that for you.
You don't need to take anything from my polymorph forms.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, save that for someone that can actually die.
Okay. Oh, that's right. You just transform back, right?
I just go back to what I was before, yeah.
Cool.
Cool. So yeah, 23 claw damage, and then the bite I said would be at disadvantage thanks to Avalon Chance, and so that is a 10 to hit.
No, it doesn't.
Huzzah! So the
1 out of 3 miss.
So the dragon head that goes to bite, as it goes to lunge forward to bite at you, you see Avalon kind of straining against it. She's got her legs into its neck, riding this thing on its back, and just sort of pulling its head away from snapping at the big giant ape flesh. Cool.
Well, it's gonna get it back twice as hard later.
Oh, concentrate.
All right.
Oh yeah.
Oh
I
yeah,
have to make
concentration.
save,
So I
don't
need 2 concentration checks, please.
Yeah. One.
Oh,
Both nat ones. Wow.
What?
Jesus Christ!
There are
The
way
odds
too many
of that.
ones. This is crazy.
Why do you have
It's 4 rounds.
advantage? Firstly,
Because of my transmuter stone gives me advantage on con saves.
gives you proficiency on con saves.
Mm.
Either way, you actually failed the first con check. Do you know what that means?
Yeah.
The second bite.
I take the 23
Oh.
damage.
So-
Flat.
Yama,
Yeah, I'll take the 23 damage.
27. Oh wait,
27. Okay.
was it 27? It was claws.
No, it's 23.
23.
It's 27 to hit.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Yeah.
Nice.
So Yama, you're like, Killian's fine. He's in his giant ape form. Gets nutted by the goat head, the horns. I'm assuming it's like the cross-eyed. The ape goes cross-eyed, and then just all of a sudden, a puff of smoke. Killian's there, just looking a little bit befuddled as the claws of the lion come in, but magically you kind of step in front, or however your magic kind of ends up working, and you take that claw rake across your chest instead.
The way I see it, I think like over Killian, you can see the shape of Yama just like poof, and then disappear again as like light. It's really cool in my head.
Mm-hmm.
That is cool.
I love that. So, Killian, you don't take incredible amounts of damage.
I could have taken it, I would have been fine.
All right.
As he cries on the
The
ground.
chimera
'cause
goes
he's
again.
Bring it on.
The fire giant is going to pull his sword, seeing no way of where the... Yeah, it sounds like that as he draws it out. Just the sound, just the serrated edge. And it kind of hums and thrums through the air as he brings it down and makes 2 attacks on you, Karu.
Okay.
29 to hit.
Yes.
19 damage.
That's a lot of ones. That's great.
What is 9?
Mhm.
9 damage. Oh no.
Second attack.
Huh?
19 to hit.
Yes. 1 over.
If only you had that ring of protection attuned. 32 points of damage.
Are we gonna die?
16! Just trying to make our way back to the treasure, we all fucking die.
I love that you're not even heading towards the treasure. I don't know if Paulie told you that. Maybe you don't know
no,
that.
he didn't. We could have snuck by maybe as a snail.
But Paulie, it's your turn. Karu's getting dinged on.
All right, easy. Well, it's time for Paulie to not be Mr. Scary Boy or Scaredy Boy and jump in. So I will attack. Actually, I'm gonna shoot the giant, the big giant, from where I'm at.
Yeah, Karu's definitely softened him up a fair bit.
Doesn't fucking matter. Natty 1, baby.
Oh.
Another
my God.
natty one.
Yeah.
There's been a lot. We've all
That's a
rolled at
lot.
least, I reckon, like 2 each, maybe? It's been pretty bad.
That's my first one. But yeah.
Sorry, you know.
The claps
Nice
make
clap.
it better.
Nice clapping there, Dan.
Ease
Paulie,
the pain.
you are hidden.
Oh, you have advantage.
Oh, good point.
Oh, thank God.
1 second. Right, there we go. 13.
Didn't matter.
All right, I'll attack with Talon.
Okay.
Talon's Wrath. 22 to hit.
22 will hit.
Okay, great. Beautiful. I have a pal adjacent, so I get my sneakies, don't I?
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful. 31 damage.
Cool. I was looking for 4 damage, but if you could describe to me how you end this fire giant.
I guess then, because of that and the amount of damage I do, I'm going to dive through him
Mm-hmm.
and then just come out in a splatter under the kilt.
Yeah. So thanks to Karu's ministrations with the cutlasses, opening up perhaps an area on his back for you to swoop in through and out and down, and the other giant just yells, "Maddie, no!"
I'm gonna now Paulie's covered both in soot and gore, so it's a very terrifying sight.
Absolutely.
And I'll be on the ground going, "Come on, you little prick!" to the little small one.
All right, Killian.
Well, that didn't work out as I intended. So, I am going to... Oh, I'm still... Yes, good. I'm not in direct range with this stupid chimera.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to firebolt it.
All right.
That's a 20 to hit for 8 fire.
20 to hit.
That was a terrible roll.
20 will hit, and 8 fire damage does bloody the creature.
Alright, good. And then I am going to... Is that 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I'm going to move over to here.
All right.
And... I think that's it, because I don't have any bonus action.
All right. We go to
Yep,
the
that's
bonus action king himself, the Tentacular Spectacular. Karu.
More limbs means more bonus actions. I think when Paulie lands near him and turns to the mini giant and just like, "Come on, you prick!" Karu just beaten and bloody. He's like, "Yeah!" And then I'm gonna roll my wisdom check just quickly. Cool. I don't attack Paulie.
We love it.
This poor boy. You don't mean to hurt his
almost had
friends.
to go into the bag of holding.
No. I'm gonna turn him into a fish and just throw him in there. And now I'm gonna run up to Baby Fire Giant. What's Baby Fire Giant's name again?
I don't think we had a name for the apprentice. I don't know if Maddie's given the apprentice a name. I'm not sure if apprentices get a name until they graduate.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Sure. And I am gonna swing at it. Because that's what I do. First swing. Oh, it was almost a crit. Damn it.
29 does not hit. No, I'm just kidding.
17 slashing damage and 2 cold damage.
Mm-hmm.
And I will swing again. Ugh. 13 doesn't hit, does it?
It does on the apprentice, yep.
Oh, sick. 16 slashing damage and 8 cold damage.
That bloodies the creature.
Don't think I'm gonna... No. And then for Evelyn, so she automatically deals 3d slashing damage on her turn.
Yep.
From the garrote. Better than last time, so she deals 13 slashing damage.
Excellent.
Can she make her signature attack?
Sure.
Even though she's Yeah. I mean, it doesn't sort of say she's restrained. It just so she automatically hits because is it a different creature? So she's got to do a check.
Yes. They do have a higher armor class than the apprentice. 19 will do it.
Cool. I don't mean to be rolling as me, but whatever. For 10 piercing damage.
Excellent.
So maybe like the action is that she's holding the garrote in two hands and then she just like curls it around one hand, gets her knife out and just like starts stabbing it in the neck.
Yeah, I'm liking to think, because I've spent too much time on Instagram lately, she's doing that belt dance that's really popular right now. Anyone who's seen that does that with the garrote, and then so it frees up her hand to just stab it in the side of the throat.
Yeah,
so
sure.
with praise, it's really sexy.
It is sexy. This is the sexy character.
Yeah, Karu almost didn't get that second hit in because he turned around and saw her doing it and he was like, wow.
Yeah. And then, like, still with the bloody knife in one hand, she does the emo hair out the fringe and just, like, a little bit of blood streaked through the hair and on her forehead.
I'm just gonna point out that Karu is in his monster form, so he's got the jutted out jaw with the anglerfish teeth, and he's just like
with some drool.
Yeah.
That's
all for me.
Makes me think now I want Karu to emit light every time he transforms and gets like the little anglerfish.
Yeah, a little. Yeah.
Well, I have it that his ears are like anglerfish. They look like the anglerfish stems at the top. So yeah, maybe he just starts glowing.
It's canon.
Yeah.
Well, do you still have the anglerfish sack, like the glowing sack from when you looted it from that last island mission, the giant anglerfish? Maybe if Karu eats that, he can.
I'm just munching on the testicle thing that we've got attached to our ship.
Yeah.
Just stop gnawing on it.
Just
like,
puts a
give me
straw.
powers.
Puts a straw in it, like drinking beer from a bag. Just.
Oh no.
Brilliant.
Okay, my turn is over. Please move on.
Yeah. The young fire giant is not stoked to be getting hit, but Paulie's just come down and yelled at him, and Paulie just murdered his boss. So he's going to take a great club and swing it at you.
That's fair.
24 to hit.
That hits.
17 points of damage.
Uncanny dodge.
Very good.
That uses my temp hit points.
All right, that also uses your reaction.
Thanks, Yama.
So he's going to spend his turn trying to run away.
No.
Karu, you will get an attack of opportunity here. Oh, wait, he's slowed because you attacked him, isn't he?
He is, yes.
How much
So
is
he loses 10 feet. He loses 10 feet of movement.
Okay, so he can only get to there then.
But I'm gonna hit him. I'm gonna try and hit him.
19 will hit.
I want a nat. You got 2 nat 20s. I want a nat 20. 18 slashing damage. And 6 cold damage.
So as he turns heel to try and run, and you see him kind of like running back to the corridor he'd come down, and he starts to yell, we're under attack! Release the... as he collapses to the ground.
It's a feral fish boy on his back.
Mm-hmm. Yama.
Alright, I've always been hampering myself because now that we're level 11, I get like an extra d8 of damage with every hit. So I'm going to take my hits at full capacity this time.
Can you roll them with disadvantage though, please? I forgot to ask you last time.
Oh, yes, I can.
You're just not you're not feeling well, but you power through. And a 23 definitely
I'm not
hits.
feeling well.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Sounds sus. So here we go. Plus my d8 of damage. Oh, nice. 7 points of damage.
Mm-hmm.
And at disadvantage, my second roll.
Yep.
14. That was a hit, right?
I believe so. Yeah, that's dead on.
And that is 16 points of damage.
Mm-hmm.
Is there some kind of like, can I roll a medicine check on myself? Yama's proficient in medicine,
Sure.
maybe self-diagnosis.
Yeah.
He's been trying out therapy lately, so 17.
Yeah, you feel sluggish in both your muscles and your mind and your spirit. Just everything feels, the sword feels heavier despite, the extra strength you've gained from this growth. You're just feeling weighed down on a physical, spiritual, and intellectual level. You definitely think it's not the tea. The tea was amazing. The tea was great. And you were kind of feeling it before, so it wasn't like the claws or taking the damage from killing in. Like you thought maybe it was just your old age kind of catching up to you a little bit, but it feels a little bit more full on than that. But I'll tell you now, because you're 17, you are rolling a disadvantage on every, essentially every check that's based off a stat ability right now.
Yeah, I love that for me. So I've already taken my full action. Can I use my movement to dump those stupid statues on the ground?
I think that'd be an action to pull them out of your bag
Okay.
and drop them on the ground.
Cool. Well, maybe Yama's mind kind of wanders to the only thing he's changed recently, and that is now holding some. He knows the power of deities, I think. So yeah, I will end my turn there, but he's maybe reaching for them in his backpack.
Sure. Well, in return, the Chimera is going to try and headbutt you. $16 does not hit, I assume.
Nope.
It's going to try and claw at Avalon on its back. We'll say this is a disadvantage because it's trying to reach back behind its own head. Still with disadvantage is a 23 to hit.
Yeah.
So she needs to make a con saving throw from memory. We haven't done this in a while.
Yeah.
And it's based on how many dice are in the thing, right? Or is it... Let's double check.
No, that's for spells. I think for this, it's like the damage thing, like the half damage or 10 vibes. I know for spells, it's the amount of damage dice you roll.
Okay, gotcha. Well, it's 10 damage, so I think she's got to beat a DC 10 Constitution save. She does have a bonus from Yama, I believe.
3.
I'm trying. Okay, I can't seem to roll this. Oh, here we go. I don't know how to use this thing, apparently. Plus the 3, so she gets 12.
Yeah, the DC is the average damage from the attack. She gets 12, then she's fine. She does not take a health point.
Sick.
Nice.
And the dragon head is going to try and bite Yama, but it is still restrained, so it'll be a disadvantage. But with a disadvantage, 24.
It does get to make a check to see if it breaks the grapple. That is something it can do on its turn.
I think that would take like one of its actions to do, like instead of attacking.
Okay.
Typically,
I'm not
that's
going to argue with that.
Hacks.
Yeah.
He's
I think
getting all the nat 20s.
I think it's not. Yeah, it would have been a nat 20, but with a disadvantage, it's only a 24.
All right, I said nothing. Don't worry about it.
Yama, 24 hits.
Yes, yeah.
It's 12 bite piercing damage.
All right. Yama is looking so shit. Like, so bad.
All right. Paulie and Karu, you kind of murdered this giant in the corner here, and he, fell onto the ground. His remaining javelins go flying as you've just sort of leapt on his back and cut him up. You hear in the corridor beyond that seems to turn north the sound of a heavy metal door opening and closing.
Right. That's it. Is it my turn now? Yep.
It is.
I'm fucking going down there. Can't see anything.
Corridor seems to stretch on, ever upwards.
I will. How many? Let's see. I'll just count up steps. 25. And then I'll do another 50 for now. Nothing still. Raji.
There's probably nothing up there. Don't worry about it.
I'm gonna go stealth. And then I'll use my other action to, like my main action to, so 27 stealth, and then I'll use my main action to dash, move another 50 feet.
Okay, I'm going to say it's 25 because so if you're hiding, I think you move slower.
Oh, true. Fair enough.
But as you leave the light in this corridor, you're able to find the shadows once again and move forward enough to see those big double iron doors.
Doors. Right. Okay. All good.
Cool.
And that's it.
Killian, a very beaten up Ben, Bob, and Bill.
Killian's gonna fly 30 feet. Just a little bit off the ground. Not take off into up or anything, but he's gonna he'll probably go up 5 feet and then fly 25 feet over here. Or maybe or something, because he's trying to get towards the end of the corridor to keep up with everybody else.
Yeah.
And he's going to throw another fireball at the stupid ass Chimera.
Mm-hmm.
20 to hit for 17 fire.
Would you like to describe it for me, please?
He's just gonna throw a firebolt as he takes off, because he sees Paulie go around the corner, and he's like, oh, we can't let him go off on his own again. And throw the firebolt and just take off.
Yep. And as you kind of throw it, as you do a bit of a drive-by, that firebolt lances into the side of Bill, Bob, and Ben, and the three separate heads let out a bit of a cry, and then they slump to the ground.
And I think that's it for me now.
All right.
Yeah. Can I don't... No, it's all good.
Okay. Karu.
Uh-huh.
Oh no, it's the squishy one.
Yeah, you're only 5 feet up from the ground. If I
That's
stand
fine.
directly under you, you're in my melee range.
Yeah, that's okay.
Alright, Karu is gonna run up to Killian. And I'm gonna attack him.
Yeah. Now, obviously, because it's dark, I would say you'd have disadvantage, but I guess, Killian, you would also have disadvantage, right?
Yeah, but I
Defending,
also
'cause-
have shield.
Sure. So it's a wash either way. So 19. As you rush at Killian, he conjures up magic to protect himself. And does your cutlass plink off the shield?
Yes, but I get to make a second attack because I've got to use my action. So, but yes, it just. Oh, sick! I don't hit. I love this.
That's all good.
So what is overcome in Karu's face as this is happening, and then I'll ask after that, Killian, how do you react?
I think it's just like I don't know. Karu is really feral at the moment. He's really bloodied. He's just covered in gore, and he just spins around suddenly and just takes after the flying thing. In a sort of cat that spot a fly kind of vibe. But his eyes have gone from. I think his eyes have gone full black, because he has really big pupils that kind of mostly take up his eyes. But I think when he does this, they completely take up all the space, and then they sort of shrink back in again. He just kind of blinks and looks up at Killian. He's just like, "Oh no, I did it again, didn't I?"
Killian will look down and be like, "You really want to go in that bag of holding, don't you?"
Oh no.
Karu's like,
I'm just kidding. You're all right.
promise I won't. No, I can't do that. I do not want to go in the bag of holding. Please don't. And then he just kind of stands awkwardly near you, just like, shit. Because he can't do anything else. Kind of, yeah. I think maybe he might very briefly make eye contact with Yama and then just be like, oh, shit. Because, like, he clearly attacked Yama previously. That is, like, it for him. Avalon, I guess, like, you know, just, like, unstraddles the dead Chimera head, like, winds her garrote up because she's kind of looking around and she's like, yeah, that looks like we did. Where's your captain? And I don't think she does anything. I think maybe a lot has just happened. She's
threats done. She's like, yep, cool. Probably looks over at you and is like, does he do that a lot?
Yeah, and Karu does again, just avoids eye contact, just like a
yeah. Yama.
Yama is feeling really shit, and his mind wanders to what he picked up earlier from the weird box. But instead he pumps himself with his oh no, my pool of healing is on a long rest. I think he kind of looks around him and he's like, does anyone have a potion? And he can... I can do 1 cure wounds without having a spell slot. And I get 7 points of healing, but Yama is looking so beat up. And I think that's all he does. Maybe he walks up to Karu.
So
you should do that.
Channeling the magic from your sword, you were able to kind of dig deep and kind of push on that little bit further. But as Yama walks up, he's looking like his age is catching up to him, right? He perhaps moving a little bit slower than normal. Is it because he's just fought a chimera and got hit by a rock? Perhaps.
No.
But he's looking like he hasn't slept. It's still morning. He's looking particularly haggard beyond just being in a fight. You've seen him shrug off rocks.
Yeah. I don't think Karu would think that it's just because of the fight. I think he would immediately be like, "What is going on with you? This shit's usually nothing for you. What's going on?"
Yeah, I can't seem to move my body the way I normally do. Everything feels sluggish and harder, and I can't feel my spells. I can't hold my sword as well. I just can't seem to get a grip.
And Killian will look down and be like, "It sounds like you're hungover. Did you drink
Bill,
last night?"
You know what? I don't drink. Only tea.
I don't know. You could have been. You might be on the source in secret. We don't know.
I think Karu is pretty
on the sauce.
on the sauce. Tomato sauce.
Yeah.
Ketchup only. I like this is like Karu's. Oh, how dare you! I think this is kind of Karu's stick. So like, I'm happy to do like an investigation roll or something, but it's kind of around like deities and shit. I think he'd just be like, "Didn't you just pick up some idols?"
Yeah, I picked up the fire giant gods. They're in my backpack.
I think
it feels heavy.
I think Kara's also still in werewolf mode, so it's like, I think you should get rid of them.
Yeah, I'll do it on my next turn when I have a full action.
What's a turn?
I don't know either.
Very, very good. Paulie, you hear a large sort of clanging sound on the other side of that door.
Large clanging sound.
Mm-hmm.
I am not going to do that because I'm not going to go further from the party than I should. So I'm going to go back. I'm going to like break stealth and then just use my movement and my action to just get back to the party. So, bang and bang.
Hey,
Hi, guys.
Captain, do you have a potion?
Ooh, yes, I have a normal healing potion. And then I have one left after that.
Can you pour it in my mouth?
Oh, yeah. Boop, boop. 8 healing.
Nice. Thank you.
And that's all I'll do.
We're sort of in initiative, sort of not, because there's not, any enemies currently available. So we can open it up, be a little bit more freeform. But Killian and Karu, and then Yama, you are next. So we can kind of act outside of initiative a little bit here, if you like.
If it's okay, I probably should have to leave soon. I do apologize, guys.
Yeah.
No, that's all good.
That's fine. I was gonna take us a break here in a moment, probably once you open that door. But if you're not gonna open that door, that's also fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Yama shrugs off his backpack, rifles through, pulls out the idols. I think he's very gentle with them, and maybe he places them almost reverently, but also very warily against the wall behind him. So they're all standing nicely, but they're not in his backpack or on his person.
Can I make an Arcana check on those idols?
Please do.
It'd be more like a religion check.
All right, I'll go for religion.
Can I try again on the religion?
Yep.
Hey, 15. That's better.
Natty 19.
Hey.
Karu, were you going to investigate these? You mentioned something about investigation check.
Yeah, I'm just looking up the bloodlust thing that I have as Wereboy, and wondering how it works when you're sort of not in combat, but you're still under half HP.
Do you keep healing till you're kind of...
Well, but every time... Yeah, I don't... This is what I mean. You usually heal 3 HP, but you've also got to do your wisdom check to see if you attack. So I'm just like...
Does anyone have any manacles?
Is Karu just being a little bit rabid right now until he heals all the way up to 45? Which is 5 turns away. 5
I mean, I could just
checks.
Kick Karu in the head and polymorph you into a snake.
Please don't polymorph me. I don't want to be polymorphed.
No one wants to go in the back.
I'm not going to put you in the bag.
Do you want to give me 2 wisdom saving throws? We won't do all 5, but you do have the +3 from Yama.
I'll fly up another 5 feet.
Okay, I succeed 1. It's a very low DC, but obviously...
Oh, God.
So probably just make 1 set of attacks, perhaps on Yama, who's the only one in range right now. Then we'll play that out, and then we'll call it as we wrap this up.
I just rolled both attacks. A 25 and a 19.
The 25 hits. The 19 doesn't.
14 slashing damage and 2 cold damage.
And you have a magical weapon?
It's a magical weapon, yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, Yama's looking so bad. So
Kara's like, I'm so sorry. And he just goes and turns and faces the wall. Just like, oh.
And during that time, you can have the however many rounds you need to get back up to half health.
It's 3 points per round, and so that to get me back up to half is 5. Okay,
well,
cool.
I will exclude you from making an investigation check then if you've hit Yama and
I'm staring at a wall.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm timing myself out.
Yama with a 19 or Killian with a 15. Yeah, I mean you still know that these are. There's definitely some kind of deity-like magic about these things. It's not sort of like arcane magic, right? Like it's not of the weave. Yama, with your paladin instincts a little bit more, and because you have sort of detect good and evil, you definitely get sort of that desecrated vibe from these things. And with a 19, you're pretty sure as you put them down, it's not instant, but as you put them down and put them reverently on the floor, as each one you put down seems to correspond with one of your attributes, and they slowly sort of start to recover and feel better as you put them away.
Cool.
As it will put them no longer on your person.
Yeah. Nice. He
Now,
feels better.
Question about if they were to go into a bag of holding, would they count as on your person?
I'll tell you now, mechanically, yes. You're the last, you're kind of like the last person to touch them. They're traveling with you.
Damn.
In
I
your,
wanted to take them.
I think it's not like
gift them to people.
I don't think the gods are like, oh, well, if you're wearing it on top of your hat, you're not touching it. I think it's like it is in your possession. Is the kind of
rat.
Yeah. I mean, you can take them with you and gift them to people. It's just until you offload them, you'll be. I'll tell you now, mechanically, for whichever one you're holding corresponds to that stat, you are rolling at disadvantage for everything related to that stat.
I think we leave them here, and then on the way back, we take them with us, and then we can give them to people that we don't like. Like,
I like
the
it.
Emerald Trading Company.
I like it, but let's see how we go, because we just left that room and we're already looking. And Karu is just saying this into the wall. He's not turning around because he doesn't trust himself. He's like, none of us are looking particularly good right now. I like the idea, but let's see if we actually get out of here first.
We'll be fine. And at that, I'm gonna dig deep, and I'm gonna help Yama with a little life transference. So you get 74 hit points.
Whoa!
Whoa, Jesus Christ.
And
Cool,
I take 37 damage.
I just went from 15 hit points to 89, almost full.
So what does that look like, Killian? I know you described it last time, but if you want to describe it to us again, do you get like a bit shriveled? Do you just get a bit dry? Do you need chapstick? Like what does it look like?
His muscles sort of deflate a little bit. He doesn't look too crash hot at the moment. You see him sort of deflate down a bit, like he's exhausted.
Like a sultana.
Yeah, and then a transference, like he's literally giving you his life essence to bring you back in.
Tasty.
So yeah.
Very
But
good.
then after a short while, he sort of springs back up again. He's like, "Whew, I hate doing that."
The raisin is being rehydrated.
As you're kind of having this conversation and deciding what to do next, you hear loud banging from the corridor up above you, Paula, that you were checking out. And then one of those iron doors you saw slams. And Paula, you know that it's a good distance. It's a good 100 feet from the wall, the far wall to that door. One of those iron doors, big heavy iron doors, slams and crashes into the wall beyond.
Oh shit.
And you hear a loud, guttural, giant-like, reverberating roar. And whether it's from that roar or from something, the roar is enough to just sort of fill your ears. And then you start hearing the footsteps of just a giant. You've heard these before. They don't really shake the ground. Like, this is a very sturdy volcano. But then things start shaking. The whole place starts moving. And an earthquake begins. in the entire stronghold shakes. You can hear things falling off tables, bits and bobs that were on things sort of falling. And is it just me? Or is it starting to heat up in here?
Oh shit!
And that's where we'll end this week.
Oh my god.
Well, I got fire resistance, so I'm good.
Famous last words.
I can fly and I don't get hot.
Oh, I have a flying thing.
Oh my god.
It's going great.
Yes, Hawks.
Would-
Dun dun dun.
Although if it is lava, it might have, because roasted myself.
Oh yeah, I don't think fire resistance works against lava.
Just keep
Like
telling me
my
how
cat.
you're gonna be fine, and I'll hit you back with.
Oh, I'm gonna be fine.
Remind yourself that overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
Yeah.
I'm a wizard.
I actually have confidence written on my shirt today.
I can magic myself away. You guys wouldn't let me use my teleportation circle, so I prepared Dimension Door instead.
Very
Let's
good.
go 500 feet up.
And you threaten us with a good time in your bag of holding and a slow suffocation, and now you're just going to dimension door out of here? What the fuck?
I'll
man?
take one person with me.
Oh, okay. It's definitely not going to be me. I know that.
Could you put someone in
take
the
the guy
bag of
that killed
holding and then
True, I
dimension
can put
door?
people in. Yeah, I'll put
Oh,
everyone in the bag
Dan.
of holding. Dimension
Dan,
door is up, and then let everyone back out. You have 10 minutes of air.
Dan, don't give him ideas. What are you doing?
I don't want to go in the bag.
I don't want to go in the bag.
I'm not going in the bag.
But yes,
That's our final words. I'm not going in the bag.
We're all
Get in the
little
bowl.
swords lined up, and we're like, no.
but yes, as you may have correctly surmised, it might be getting hotter in here sooner, or there may be a time limit, so the party will have to make a decision. Will they
Oh,
go after the
treasure we can
prisoners and
carry?
get them out? Will they keep exploring? Or will they go after the treasure? Or will they try and do all of it? I guess we'll find out next week.
Treasure.
Yet.
option 3.
All of it.
Just the treasure. Don't care about anything else. I want to put the Hydra in the bag.
The greatest treasure of them all. You've been playing too much Power World. Just kidnapping creatures.
Yeah. This is very Pokemon,
Yeah.
yes.
Cool.
my God.
All right, that's it for this week. Thank you, everyone. Obviously, Maddie and Amanda, thank you very much in chat. I think I saw Josh possibly up there as well for contributing. We're getting very close. Well, not very close. We're getting closer to that Wild Magic Surge. We're about 30% of the way. And obviously, you can watch the bits you didn't catch on the YouTubes. I'm definitely going to have to go back and watch and see what threats and confidences you made so that I can screw you over next week. And that's what I'm going to do. But apart from
Everything's
that,
going in the bag.
we'll say goodnight. Stay cool, everyone. Get as cold as you can, because it's going to be a ripper of a heat wave in real life and in the pirate stronghold. That's it from us. Good night. Bye-bye.
Bye.